Hola, Alia. The two shows you spoke of, I didn't see the war history one. It's very interesting. It's nice to see shows where they talk about, uh, parts of history that one wouldn't even think of. Um, it's very rare do you see a show actually like go like, yes, there were other races that fought in these wars that most don't even think of. It reminds me of this old TV show. Actually, this is gonna sound foolish, but there's this old TV show called Liberty's Kids, and it was about like an American boy, a French boy, and then a British girl. Um, helping in the front for America's liberty. But then there's like a whole segment where one of their like mentor friends is a freed African slave, and and they have like a very small premise where they go through different sections of like, yeah, there are other races and other factions that fought in the war. It wasn't just white American men fighting against British white men. Um, or French white men and stuff like that. So I think that's very interesting. I kind of agree on your summary about Simple Bruja, um, though it is more so on the fantasy side. I've never seen a show with that aspect where it's like, magic time travel and magical time travel has been done before, but like specifically like it's not the premise of the show. It was just basically the reason to get this 1800s witch uh to modern time, and the whole premise of the show is about her wanting to go back, but the trials she has to go through to go back to it. So it's interesting that rather than just having her exist in modern times, they wanted that premise where she was an ex-slave girl. And they wanted that idea that the backbone of the story is the fact that she's from like the 1800s and she went through like the Salem witch trials. Well, not the Salem witch trials, but their version of the Salem witch trials. Um, so it's definitely a premise I've never seen in a show before, and that is something that caught my interest too. I just wish the show had a little like pizzazz or something to draw your attention into it, because for the most part, it's very much what it is. Like what you see is what you get. There isn't anything like radical going on, even though it's a show about magic. The magic is very simplified. Like the craziest thing that happens is that she floats, like anything, and time travel. But like anything beyond that, it's stuff like she shakes a room, or she looks at a dog and then the dog gets mad. Um, so I kind of agree with with your summary that it's a interesting premise, but they don't really have anything to draw you in, um, compared to other shows. All right, have a good night.